10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right. So I've got the computer connected to my hands-free, which is how I used to broadcast on other platforms when I'm on my own. Oh, Viking, this is crazy. But my iPad, which is my second camera, I basically unmuted it. See, I don't like this echo. I hate this echo. But our wireless headset won't talk to computer now. I'm using StreamYard. Is it my choice of OBS? Do I have a better choice? Okay, obviously the first dozen broadcasts are going to be like this. I got the hang of HAPS and I was very satisfied and very fluid, and Martin and I were doing really well, and then HAPS goes and completely changes everything. And now I am on Twitch as people requested we be, and I think that's fine. But
so there's both cameras. This one is plugged into my computer. And this one is my iPad. And this is why I decided to do StreamYard, because we're trying for the initial point of all this until we can monetize or be able to advertise the store enough or whatever. We're trying to stay free. Viking? Hi, my new friend. Watch as a full-grown 53-year-old woman starts to cry. Susan needs to turn up every input, but the one you want to use. Wait, for audio it did. I told it to use the hands-free. And the other day we told it to use my wireless set that we've got. Yeah, Brian. Brian, come over to Twitch and hit that follow, will you? Little guest symbol has got a. Does that mean what? Oh, I am a guest. Apparently, of my own broadcast. See, I'm not going to put down tonight. Yeah, Brian, I'm trying to get it to focus on hands-free. On HAPS and on Periscope, we had these. We still have them. We have these wireless mics. But being over here, is it StreamYard? Is my problem StreamYard? Should I be using a different app? We still have to learn how to get it to say thank you for the follow and all those other great things I said supposed to be doing. It is a bad echo blossom. Come on over to Twitch and go hit that follow. Try to get up to 50. Sorry about the 2-day gap. I'm not going to get into details. Martin can if he wants to. But Martin wound up in the hospital, and so did my mother for 2 completely different reasons. And let's just say the last thing I was thinking about was broadcasting. Okay. All webcams have a mic that needs to be turned off. Okay, forget this. I'm going to go like this. Where's the turn the camera on? Can I turn the camera on? Everyone be patient, please. Okay, I turned that camera off. This is this camera. Now turn it around. Okay, that obviously turns that mic off. Okay, well, hold on. I can do this. I can do this. Oh, right, the share feature. Of course I can do this. Oh, sorry about the smack down on the table. It's all stuff you learned the hard way. Well, I think the hardest thing for me is I was a sound technician. Okay, that was in the 80s and 90s, early 90s. This is not the same thing. I am trying so hard not to be hard on myself. Joe! Good, Viking, and Joe. Both of you can watch me cry. I'm going to share my screen. That thing. There. Or, yeah. share. Share. Holy crap. Just beautiful. It's the same here. Great. No, it's not the same. Yes, we're getting double audio. I'm trying to get my hands-free to be the primary audio, which is, how do I get this not to do the infinity effect? I don't know, can you guys, I guess you guys can see. So you can see where my pointer is, right? So this here, that I'm hovering over, is my computer, and my hands-free is right now connected to the computer. So is my webcam. So I assume when I went like this and said I want my camera to be my webcam, and I want my audio to be my Bluetooth, that's the way it would work. Oh, do I also choose this? Mic. I didn't notice that. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. Major excitement. That's my iPad right there. And so I can't hear myself, but can you guys? It's like an infinity mirror. I know, isn't it awesome? It's like a bad Doctor Who effect, right? So I can't hear me right now. Can you? As I get too excited, biking. Yay, so much better. Okay, so you guys can hear me. So when this happens, then what we're saying is I can't hear myself back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and gentlemen. Yep, okay. How the hell do I add music? Because I personally need it. And I'm sure you guys would appreciate it. I have to figure out how to get StreamYard to do the thank yous and the follows and stuff like that. I find hearing myself distracting. Really? I don't. I find great comfort in it. But then again, like, I mean, when I was 18 to 22, I was in a band, and we always had one earpiece on to be able to hear ourselves. Like I said, sound technician. I've been known to edit, and not as much. Again, I think my brain needs a break lately because it's just I can't edit as quickly because I'm used to hearing things back and forth. And yeah, when it comes to audio, I'm good. I mean, while streaming because of the delay, yeah, I'm good. But then again, I'm probably mentally broken somewhere, and it's and I'm okay with that because that's what makes me an artist. I love it when psychiatrists say, "Oh yeah, you got borderline personality disorder," and you're sitting there looking at them going, "I'm an artist. That's what we do." How do I get music? Help! I want music. I want music. I want music. See, I figured out the scrolling ticker thing, which I think is great. I figured out where all the videos go. Had to make them really tiny though, which kind of bothered me. There's private chat and there's the regular settings. So I figured all that out. I haven't figured out how to get comments on the screen. And I haven't figured out how to tell it to do the thank you thing. I'm worried that stuff may be a paid thing. See, what I'm liking about the StreamYard is I don't know anything about the other ones, but I used to use StreamYard years and years and years ago, which is why I went back to it because I still have an account with them, like a free account, but an account. Thing I like about it is URL based. So any device, it doesn't cost me extra money or anything. I don't have to get any fancy schmancy. Like Joseph, I looked at that link that you sent for getting a second camera, getting the iPad to talk via Wi-Fi to your main broadcast. How unfortunately, there is a small cost to it. I'm trying to avoid that. But this is URL based. StreamYard, you log the iPad in or whatever, and then you basically invite yourself as a guest. I'm all about the free software. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't justify. Like, I mean, especially with COVID and Martin and I losing our jobs and most of this industry losing our jobs and a lot of things that have been happening. Yeah, I just can't justify it. So, you too, yeah. So, do we know how to get music onto this? Okay, we'll save that for another day, I guess. I can always add that back if we decide to figure this out. Because, yeah, Joe, you were talking something about YouTube, and I found the YouTube channel easily enough. But the question becomes, how do I get that audio into here? I mean, if I share a YouTube window, will the audio come through? Because that was one of the problems with Haps, is you go and share that window, and the audio did not come through. Is that how I do it? 101, just play something. Where? Because the hands-free has got noise canceling. Well, let's see. Where did I leave that YouTube open? Let me quit iMovie from editing earlier. And that's weird too, going back to using iMovie when I okay. Oh, so I can hear the music in my earbud, but can you guys? So you still just hear me talking. So because I'm using a hands-free that has an earbud as well as a mic, the audio is not coming through. So I wonder, now that I've got that window open, let me remove. Can you add it as a source? That's a very good question. Is source the same as share? Just okay, here, let me see if I do this, share, can I get it to disappear but the audio stays? That's that. That's that. See, I don't want that to, okay, stop screen. Oh, then it goes away. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Meaning your broadcasting software. Source. Is there anything here that says source? Thank you guys for being patient. Hello, Molly. Finally got the rest of the caulking off my hands. Yes, we discovered today that Jedi Senshi, no matter what you hand her, she makes a mess of herself. I gave her, like, we, for our flexible staffs, the bottom layer is like a caulking type material, so it's like a rubbery type, and then we do the fake wood over top of that. And she decided to come over and help me today, and she made a total mess of herself. I see the tags you added. Yeah, I tried a few tags in the description. I think the hardest thing about StreamYard is because it's going to different sources, it doesn't seem to have all the same as just going straight to those sources. For example, it doesn't have all the categories for Twitch for some reason. Like it doesn't have the maker category in the pop down. It has the art category in the pop down, but not the maker one. So I'm wondering if the maker category is new. Source, source, source. Baby whites work well on getting caulking off. Oh, that I did not know. I don't make a mess like she does. Boy, did she make a mess. It was like watching a young one. You hear that, Jedi Senshi? Baby wipes. Source. Settings? Audio. Mic and speaker, right, which we discovered. Echo cancellation must be off to use stereo audio. Well, I'm not worried about that. There's green screen, apparently, which I think is awesome, but I won't play with it right now. Hotkeys, guests. Poop, I can't seem to find a way for you guys to hear my music. It's baby just lying around the wipes. Hey, I keep baby wipes in the car. Just in case of emergency. Sorry, I didn't mean to wave my finger at you. I'm going to switch these. Yeah, rubbing alcohol did. It's a little more harsh, though, on the skin. We use the rubbing alcohol to get the stuff off the floor. You know, Jedi Sensei, there was a reason we set up that little, plastic stuff on the floor. I still love her. Okay, so apparently my audio only comes through as long as I keep that window open. I can't figure out how to get the music to you guys. One step at a time. Are we okay with that music right now? Maybe StreamYard isn't the best anymore. Poop. Highly experienced mess maker. Good for you, Molly. All right. So I can hear my music. You guys can't, unfortunately. There's got to be somewhere that I can do that here. Works for you. I want music. I feel so empty without it. Well, sharing with you guys. I hope that's not a feature in the paid version. I switched from Streamlabs OBS to OBS over the weekend. You know, I haven't used standard OBS for ages. Are you only streaming to one source or multiple sources? Because right now I'm trying to stream to Facebook, which still has a good fan base for us. And what have I got? Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Because I keep ignoring my YouTube channel. I shouldn't. I don't have much time tonight, unfortunately. So I can only go so far. So are you streaming to multiple sources or just like one? Just one source. Twitch only allows you to stream to Twitch alone for 24 hours. I'm streaming to 3 sources. How am I streaming to 3 sources? Read your TOS. So does that mean Twitch is not recognizing my stream because I've got other sources involved? I want to see how this looks. Where's my phone? Whenever you do an LED test, just use your phone. I actually prefer that over the paint. Huh. Okay, so if so, then we got to restart from tomorrow. It's an agreement that you give them exclusive activity. Oh, so nothing I've been doing counts. Oh, my Facebook friends, my supporters, my lovely people. Get your butt over to Twitch. Bloody hell! Thank you, Biking. I stopped reading these agreements long ago when we had to go from one to the other, and I wanted to stay on top of things and quickly make sure we weren't off air anymore. Because when we were off air for a while with Periscope. So I guess tomorrow Martin and I are starting from scratch. Hopefully. Because Martin's still got a whole bunch of things now for his own health that he has to deal with. And the schedule that they want, the psychiatrists want him to follow. And yes, we have been asked if we're okay with saying things like this, and is Martin okay with me saying things? Yes, because it's the truth. Damn it. I have to fix that. Well, that's no fun. All right, then. Christina, boo-booed. Thank you so much, Viking. I will make sure to discuss it with Martin tonight when I'm off. So I really like this effect that's happening. Instead of doing the paint, do like cellophane. That's pretty cool. I like that. These are for the top of the wizard wands, and we usually use like I just turned it off again. We usually use like paints, but I'm thinking that looks better because you can see kind of like the folds of the little pieces. Oh, I'm gonna drop it a little bit, although I think I did it too dense up top. I need to find a way also to make sure it stays out of the way of the LED. Because I want that crystal look without having to buy crystals. OBS does allow for multi-streaming. Switch agreement. Okay. Okay, so it's probably not. That would explain, because through Haps, I've been streaming down to Twitch and a whole bunch of other platforms, and I thought that it was the coolest thing ever. And I couldn't figure out why Twitch wasn't giving me what I needed, because we were broadcasting a lot. So that would be why. Oh. Well, that's going to change my world. See, this is actually how I find out things. I do these stupid things, and then I just see what happens, and then... You know, I blame my father that it might be something to do with being part Scottish, you know? Oh, boy, I can see this is going to be fun. I want this to look more organic, so let's see if we can create, like, striations by breaking apart the cellophane. It's interesting, you know, we've had access to 3D printers before, but like big ones in huge, expensive shops before everything happened. And now we've got our teeny tiny one here, and it's so different. It's, you know, we thought, again, 3D, you know, it's just like me with audio. being an audio technician for a while in my life, and I thought, audio should be no brainer. Nope. Little 3D printer, not as big and fancy as the one we were using in the shops. This has got to be easier. Nope. We're getting the hang of it though. But the Wizard wand we made a few years ago has an actual crystal on it, but it's making it too top heavy. So we figured if we're going to put Wizard wands up for sale on our store, then they should not be that heavy up top. So, are you going to use different colors? Well, per stone, yeah. But you may also have a point there. I wonder. I've got a lighter shade of blue as well. If I mix two different shades of blue together. Let's see what happens if we change sheets into strips. I'm not sure I want to use multiple colors in one stone because they're so small. I think if they were huge, it'd be different. Right? You don't want to make it too busy. Let's see what happens when it's little pieces instead of the sheets. And please, folks, Jedi Senshi there has been friends for a very long time with me. But this does not mean that you guys can't chirp up as well, because I'm always open to suggestions and ideas, because at some time in the future, you just might wind up being someone we build something for. Going to chicken on other stream. Good luck with yours. You got it, biking. Keep an eye open tomorrow as well, because I'm going to do it right tomorrow. I'm going to do it right. But I'm realizing that, yeah, maybe I should go back to OBS. There, that's what I want. There we go. Wow. Yeah, I really should read these things. I used to read every single thing. I used to read every single thing. I don't know what's happened. I think the last few years, it's just the whole COVID and everything just goes mind numb. So let's see. If we put in strips like this instead of sheets, does that make a difference? Because you saw how dark it wanted being on top. I'd have to put a little something over top of the LED. So all these little pieces aren't everywhere. So did you hear that, folks? Okay. If you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, please come over to Twitch. Please come over to Twitch. And I will live and learn you. That's one way to put it. Let me see if I did this. Shoved in all the strips. Stop popping out. So usually I paint it, but it's almost like the paint, doing it with paint is almost too perfect. It's like it doesn't get the right effect. So if I shove all this in, put that over top so nothing falls out. Turn on my flashlight. Still winds up really dark on top. I think that's only because the light's at the bottom. That's kind of neat. I don't think putting another shade of blue in there is going to show, because it's already light where it's not thick. Maybe I just put too much in. Take some out. Okay. Okay, so if I take some out, that's better, because you can almost see all the little cracks now in it. Cracks. Okay. So thank you, Joseph, and thank you, Biking. Joseph, I don't know if you're still there. Um, Now I understand Twitch's conditions to get that coveted spot of being able to get subscribers. Okay. So that works. So what other colors do I have? Ah, I just blinded myself. Wow, it's already 8:30. Ah. Okay, and you know what? The other print might be done too. So what other colors of cellophane do I have? Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane. Do you think it looks okay that the outside kind of looks white when there's no light in it? What do you think, Jedi Senshi? Let's see, I knocked that. I shouldn't have knocked that. I mean, sitting there right now and the light's not on. The idea is not to run your light all the time, of course. So it's white until the light goes on and then it looks blue. What do you think? Let's see, I've got this kind of purpley color. That could be, oh, I got pink. I'm not a fan of pink, but I wonder what it'll look like inside. It's kind of like a amber yellow. It's not a very big roll, but there's a serious green over here too. Okay. Let's see what happens. Right, like it looks, I guess you can see the blue a little bit inside. Looks good to you. Cool. So let's try some green in the second one. All right. Martin and I now know that we need to read further. Sigh. Oh, I wish you guys could hear this music. Okay, that's it. I'm checking out OBS tomorrow. Plain old-fashioned OBS. It should be enough. I appeared. The one camera appears to have frozen. Has it frozen for you guys? Oh, now it's unfrozen. All right, then. See, what I love about doing this kind of thing is just tearing into things. When your cats are playing with something. No froze here, okay. Something on my iPad happened. All right. Silly me for not reading things. Oh, so horrible. See, I was also thinking if I get enough time, I could make a few like just staff toppers that people can put on their own sticks. I want to get more prints done on the 3D printer because it's easy to leave overnight. All right. Kind of made these ones chunkier, not as skinny. Kind of put it all nice and even-ish. Get right up into the top. There we go. And my phone again. Normally I would be watching on my desktop, but Fred is on my leg, so you're trapped, and it's completely understandable. Okay, ready? So, but that is if I'm sealing it. Ooh, I like the green. I really like the green. Okay. And once again, I blind myself. Okay, I am going to go see if that third one is printed. Third one is printed. Oh, this one somehow developed a bit of an attitude up top. There we go. Nice, yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm getting creative. Something my brain loves doing. We're experimenting. Normally on these clear prints for these fake crystals, I paint them with the colored, like a semi-clear sort of stained glass paint. This time I thought I would try putting bits of cellophane inside it. And it's working out really well. So I kind of like the chunky look of the green. And how are you doing? Germany! You are talking to me in Canada. My partner's parents are from Germany, and they came here after the war. And they had him. His sisters were born in Germany, but he was born here. So I don't know the language. I never did learn it. I learned a few things, but if he was here, he needs practice. So if you ever see him, like, go ahead, follow our broadcasts. And if you ever see him on here, by all means, test his German and see what happens. Because I think he should practice it. It's important to know 2 languages. I was never very good at that, but I was always very impressed with people who do know 2 and more languages. So the fact that you know German and English makes me very happy. My grandmother tried to encourage me to learn, Francophone, French Canadian, but she is French Canadian. But unfortunately, I think the only thing I remember from that time in my life, because it's not like I used it every day. I wish I had, but I didn't. And I only remember the swear words, so we're not going to do that. My dad's first language was German. Oh, I didn't know that. Canada has a good government. Well, better than some, but not as good as others. There's, um, you know, sometimes it's hard. We're a country of uncertainties at times, and we live under the identity of the Americans, the American attitudes and stuff, and we do our own. So it's a bit of a struggle being in Canada. We're kind of halfway in between the UK and the US when it comes to attitudes and culture. We say it here in Germany. Yeah? Cool. Okay, here we go. Yellow. Let's see how this looks. Ooh. Ooh. Now the LED is not going to be that bright, I think, because it just kind of takes over. Let me see if I can. I know there's a light level on this, on the, oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the lowest light level. That's closer to an LED. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? She's kind of hard. That camera's having a hard time picking it up. I think it's the webcam that's overpowering. Ah, I have spots in front of my eyes now. So that worked well. I like that. And you see, we have a ton of white LEDs, so we can use those up. Do you read German? No, I unfortunately don't. His nanny was German, I think. Wow. Oh, Martin, I wish you were here. He's in the subway system at the moment, so he doesn't even have a signal, or I would call him and tell him to watch from, his spot. But I'm sorry, honey. Well, give us a follow so you can get the notifications and everything. And come on in, especially when he's here. Oh, I wish Martin was here for you right now. My apologies. I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry, honey. Looks white with a light yellow tinge. Oh, looks more yellow in person. I guess. I wonder if it's just too much for the camera. I think they might need gentler LEDs. But the problem with gentler LEDs is sunlight. Sunlight kind of overpowers it. I guess if they're in sunlight, it'll look the color anyway. That's what it looks like with the camera light, right? The webcam light. If it'll focus. So it might wind up looking interesting in sunlight. Because if I can do enough of these, right, people can just decide what color before they buy the staff. And we'll just find a way to stick them down after the fact. What do you create there? Martin and I are prop makers, special skills actors and speakers, as well as cosplayers. We've been working in the film industry for years, and prop making is not a big thing right now because of COVID. Kind of a bit of a long story, but it kind of ruined some of us. And because of that, we now have an online store. And this weekend, we have a very geek Christmas market that we've decided to take part in to see whether or not we can make the extra money we need doing this. So I thought it was time to make some Christmas ornaments that are kind of geek themed. Just a few, not a lot. Just a little bit of an addition to the props and stuff I'll be bringing. But these are, we're making wizard staffs because a lot of people at conventions, a lot of cosplayers, their staffs and their rods and everything get taken away from them. So, but my Maleficent one never does because the way I make them is soft. So they're not dangerous, but they look like wood. So a lot of people have shown interest and want to see if they, if they want to have their own. Dad learned Hungarian, finally English. Wow, long way around. Pretty Heroes Holiday Market. Thank you, Jedi Senchi. So if you look on the scroll on the bottom, carhunger.ca is the store. We're very new at making an online store, so don't laugh because I'm not sure how good we did. And on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, we're Car Hunger, and of course on here we're Car Hunger. So that's our identity. And Martin and I have been doing this together for 34 years. And I've been in the entertainment industry since I was 8, and I'm now 53. Please don't do the math. Say a green, pink, and like a beige or brown and a black. So I'm still here. I'm just a little bit out of camera at the moment because I have to find the colors I need to do Grogu. Kind of off-white, that might work. That's a serious pink. That's too pink. That's baby pink. That's no good either. Oh, I know I need a yellow soon. There's a different green. Let's figure out which green we're going to use. And then this is kind of like a bronze. I want a beige or brown. Cranberry wine is kind of brown, but might be too dark. I see more greens at the back. Let's make sure this whole drawer doesn't fall over. Oh, black. There's a black. How is everyone doing? That's a different green altogether. How many different greens do I have in here? That's purple. I don't want purple. Do I have a red? No, I don't have a red yet. Red. All right. Not far. I will come back in a moment. As long as you guys can hear me still talking, I'm assuming we're all alive. Oh, maybe I can do that. Is there anything left of this? Oh, yeah, if I shake it up enough. I might do that to make it look more Christmassy. I have ideas in my head. Little tiny brush. I don't know if you guys can still see me. Softer brush. There we go. We don't need big brushes to get this accomplished. There we go. That was funny. What was funny? What did I do? Or what did she do? On you. Best regards. As old as my tongue and a little older than my teeth. Yeah, she's older than I am, but not by much. So I keep lying to her and telling her that she's younger and we're just lying to ourselves. I think that green is kind of a Grogu green. Grogu green. It's actually really hard to say. Okay. I need toothpicks because my micro brush is missing again. So toothpicks will push everything into the little teeny spots. There we go, toothpicks. Sometimes it's just a matter of being creative in the thought process. Come on, come out. Here we go. In the best stage. Jedi Senshi is a very long time friend and very, very precious and dear to Martin and I. Better than aged wine. I wish I knew where my micro brush was. I don't remember the last time I used it, unfortunately. I'm trying to do this with a small brush, and hopefully I will succeed. Be safe. Test it on one. See, there's another version of this one that's you paint each layer separately first and then glue them in, but with the market being on Sunday, I thought this way was going to be faster. I'm having second thoughts. Of course, being nearsighted, my glasses on, I focus past things now. I need new glasses. Here we go. Switch to my desktop. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's adorable. Thank you. I value you and Martin as well. Thank you, honey. You know cologne in Germany. Cologne? You mean like perfumes? I should open the original file. Hmm. That's where you live. Oh, okay. Did I send you sort of it? Nice. That's where you live. How is it there? Do you like living there? after Berlin and Hamburg and Frankfurt. It's one of the biggest cities in Germany. Really? Nice. Yeah, Toronto, where I live, is pretty big. Hmm. I almost wish I still had a stencil roller. That's something I used to have as well. I used to do the whole rolling down on stamp pad thing. I haven't done that in years. So I think I left it behind in PC. So what do you do? Introduce yourself to us properly. What do you do? What's your hobbies or your... Uh-oh, don't tell me this dried out. That's what we left at the bottom. Okay. Tell us a little about you. I collect action figures from the 80s. Oh, that's awesome. Is that your living? If that's your living, that is even more awesome. Play Xbox. Passion, but my biggest passion is my son. Oh, honey, it's adorable. How old is your son? 5 years old. Wow. Martin and I always said that we didn't have kids because we never wanted to share our toys. I'm assuming your son has his own toys. He doesn't play with your collection, I hope. His name is Clark. Well, if Clark is there, hello, Clark. Oops. No, he didn't play with my collection. He has his own. Okay. Yeah, we had to sell off a bunch of ours, unfortunately. We moved so many times and had to leave stuff back in British Columbia when we moved back here to Ontario. So, kind of upset that I lost a lot of my collection, but we had to do it. I wonder if a Sharpie would do better for the eyes. Oh, yeah. Sharpie does a lot better for the eyes. Which means the eyebrows can be the Sharpie too. I love Groker's eyebrows. Just these little tiny characteristic, like so character filled little eyebrows. Mouth, little nose. Oh yeah. A little paint on the tip. That's okay. Do you know Master of the Universe? What do you collect? We used to have before we had to give it all up. We used to have a very extensive collection of droids, Star Wars droids. So R2D2, R5, C3PO, battle droids, name it. Most of it's gone now. We kept some of our favorites, like our childhood ones. Again, this third small tiny brush. That's not my smallest one, but it'll work. And used to have an extensive collection of unicorns, Pegasus, Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. A lot of Babylon 5. I kept my General Lee. I was not going to give up my General Lee. I kept my General Lee. So she's in Iron Cast. I kept my little Thomas the Tank Engine. I was not going to give that up either. There are some things I kept. We kept some of the droids. Millennium Falcon, I love that. You know, a lot of Star Trek stuff too. Things like Birds of Prey and all the ships. A lot of anime. So Yamato, G-Force, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we left a lot of it behind in BC. We just didn't have room in the truck, so. And we didn't have room here. We went from a very large place to a much smaller place, so we had to let things go. It's really hard. But we put more value now back into making things and spending time with people, and there's a lot of board games we left back there too that I'm hoping to replace one day because I miss playing board games with my friends. You are a dream wife. Well, let's not get too over enthusiastic. I have a partner. So because I don't I'm not into the wifey hubby thing. We don't have children. We have a career. At least we had a career. We're trying to rebuild it in different ways, trying to reinvent ourselves. But thank you. It's great being a geek. When I first met Martin, it was at a Doctor Who convention. We were both in cosplay. I was dressed as Romana #1, and he at the time was dressed as Doctor #5. I've gone back to doing Romana #1. because I missed some of her costumes. So I'm remaking a lot of the cosplay that we had before. And he's now doing War Doctor because he doesn't look like he can do Doctor Number 5 anymore. Awesome. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's his parents wanted us to have the white picket fence and the kids and the but his sisters have got kids, so we've got niece and nephews. And you know, we it was great when we got together because, when we first put our collections together when we moved in with each other way back when, we realized how many doubles we had. Once we added his collection to mine, it was like, oh. So that was fun. Back then we had to decide whose collection was in better shape. So some of the figures were, that we kept were mine, some of them were his. Like if we ever completely did the angry, like if heaven forbid if something happened after 34 years, that we did the angry, I hate you thing. I I guess it's not as big a deal now because we had to get rid of most of our collection, unfortunately. But yeah, that would have been a tough thing to figure out who gets what. Do you know Hot Toys, Luke Skywalker and Hot Toys Stormtrooper? Yes. I have a hard time still of looking at my food money and going, oh, I should not buy that. I want to buy that, but I should not buy that. Because I want to buy it. But we got to be sensible all of a sudden. That's okay. Like, I mean, we're still building, and that's to us the important thing, is creating with our own hands again to this level. I mean, we've done a lot of props and stuff over the years, but it's kind of hard too with the store to guess what people want to buy. But it's not impossible. It's just keeping our brains going. Do I want to do that? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No, I don't. See, this is what happens when your brain just like changes its mind a dozen times. I don't know if it's my ADHD or my OCD that makes me do this, but it could be just the fact that I'm one of those types of artists. Hot toys are great. Yes. I have those. Nice. Yeah, my father was into model building a lot. So I spent time doing that with him. So I guess that's probably where my love of creating things came from. Yes, there we go. Now the question is, because it's a Christmas ornament, do I want to add some sparkle? She wound up looking half decent. Pretty proud of myself at the moment. What are on your shirts? What's on my shirt? There is a geek restaurant and bar here in Toronto called Stormcrow. And they took an old, let me switch cameras. Like this. There we go. They took an old mansion in Toronto and saved it. So this is their social distancing t-shirt. And the crow is their logo. So maintain social distance. Stay out of melee range. So of course, if you're a D&D player or I want to get back into that stuff. And how we roll is their slogan, of course, in Latin. But that's how we roll. Of course, the D20 dice, and one of the best things about it is they've got what's called the D20 drink. It's always hard to say. The D20 drink. Oh, right. Go this way. Here we go. The D20 drink. They give you a D20 dice, and you roll it, and then whatever number you roll, you look at the drink list, and that's the drink you get. And sometimes they're awesome drinks with like really expensive shots and the kind of thing you would love to try, but you could never afford. And sometimes it's like the crappiest bit of tequila and whatever. So it's always a shot in the dark. Your great father. Why not? Why not what, Jelly Senchi? Oh, my father was it? Yeah, my father was a great man. He didn't care if I was a boy or a girl, Not enough of the sparkles coming out with the nail polish. I really wanted that sparkle to come out. Goats. Actually, I kind of like that. I mean, being a Christmas ornament, we should make sure it's not drab, right? What's the time? Put the sparkle. What's the time? It is presently 9:13 p.m. So, yeah, I looked at this nail polish and it looks like there's a lot of sparkles in it, but once you get it down, there really isn't. But I think I'm liking this. I'm liking how this. I was going to leave this area blank in case people wanted to write in it. Or I was going to offer writing in it, but if the market's mostly empty, then that would be fine, but we don't know what it's going to be like. So, let's just do this. Get a little more Christmassy, right? And nail polish is really good for this kind of thing because you get that great lacquered effect. Yeah. We have 3:13 a.m. So you're later at night than us. I think you're in the same time zone as people like France, or at least parts of France, or about an hour or two off from England. Oh my God. This is just awesome. Okay, these are fun. I should have got a cup of water too for my paintbrushes. Bad girl. What do you think? Can I turn down this? Am I on? Okay, I'm going to soften the light. So my hands are bright. Oh, not off. Just soft. There we go. What do you think? We like? So now that I know what it's going to look like, I can do the rest of them. Nice. I like it. Nice. Thanks, guys. I'm going to do the other ones the same way then. Because once you get something that looks right, there's no point in doing something different because then it looks wrong. Right? And now I can do this with a little more confidence. See if I get time between now and Sunday. I want to do more. Kind of hoping that Martin will have the chance to bring some projects over to the other space and work on them. See, now that we know blah, 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 tongue tied, what we do is we do one color at a time. Just get it done. So now, if Martin were to walk in right now, I'm so prone to doing things like just handing him the brush and going, "Here, clean this. I'm staying put." I am so bad about that. Yes, we have been together for 34 years. I think the hardest thing, people keep asking, what's the hardest thing about being together that long? When you think about it, the hardest thing is not getting bored, like always being willing to change the nature of your relationship. And it's really difficult to look in the mirror and say, tomorrow I have to be someone different or somewhere different or try something different or then, people take things seriously so much and they get all upset and, oh, you're bored. And you hear it all the time. It's really horrible. Like friendships, jobs, relationships, careers. Like I've always been in the entertainment industry, but I've done so many different types of jobs. You gotta, some people are a little more stable than me, but you gotta let your brain grow. You can't limit it. Chris, the other Chris, yay! How you doing, mister? Good to see you over here. This whole Twitch thing is turning out to be a great little experiment. Catching you live on the Twitch. Yes, well, I was just informed that I shouldn't be multi-broadcasting, and I'm supposed to make this exclusive. So I made that boo-boo. Tomorrow I won't. I think I'm going to go back to using regular OBS and experimenting with that, because I've been experimenting with, with streaming down to multiple platforms. But now I know why my Twitch being streamed down from Haps hasn't been working, because, well, it works, but Twitch doesn't recognize it. So, Chris, I hope to see you on here more. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm out of here. Have a great evening. Thank you. Oh, go ahead and make sure you follow before you completely disappear. And like I said, when Martin's here, you can help him brush up on his German. Chris, how's it going? I'm figuring things out here. You too, yeah. Yeah, well, this is what I've been using StreamYard, which I used to use to stream down to multiple platforms. And, I want to stay to free apps and stuff like that. But I was just informed tonight that the part I did not read about the contract is if I want to do the monetization or the subscription things or all the other stuff here on Twitch, I have to make it exclusive, which I have no problem with. It just means my YouTube might fail for a little while I figure all this out. I was thinking of doing like a Twitch folder on my YouTube that I can just, because I see there's a save video button on Twitch. But yeah, a little to a YouTube folder that I could just say, okay, this is Twitch and it's going in these folders after the fact. For you many days. Oh, did you? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, this is awesome. So thank you so much for being here. And, let your son know that the whole world is out there for him to explore when he's ready. 5 years old, that's a pretty precious time. Enjoy your collections. So how you doing, Chris? Figuring things out. Have you seen that everyone else's? Apparently, there is a HAPS. Um, there is a HAPS to Twitch Discord. Good, that is still wet. I shouldn't have done that. I need more of this. Yeah, there's a Twitch to HAPS Discord that I have yet to find. Oh, I should have asked Joseph while he was here. Apparently, Desiree and Joseph Burke and has set up a Discord. And I'm not a fan of Discord either, but if that's where everyone wants to be, I'll figure it out. Thanks, my dear. You're welcome. Enjoy your work. Thank you. This is the kind of work to enjoy. Definitely. So yeah, we're going to do the story time on here, but we're going to reformat it differently to be more a multiple choice thing and have a little more relaxed fun with it. It'll also be easier to write. Well, it'll take longer to write, but it won't be as individual specific. Are you reformatting for Twitch? See, I'm planning on streaming tomorrow morning on Twitch for the first time. Yes, I'm on Joe's Discord. Can you can you whisper me or send me through one of the other means what the Discord is? Because I keep forgetting to ask him. He mentioned it when I was on his cast with him, and I forgot to ask him for it. We were playing around with this whole whisper thing on here, and we were having a hard time sending each other links and stuff. What time tomorrow morning? Because I have a doctor's appointment at 12:30, which means I have to leave here by 11 just to be sure. Toronto traffic when you're living in North York is definitely a bit of a challenge. Yes, I'm going to do both for now, Haps and Twitch. Oh, separately? You're gonna double time, or are you feeding down? Because as we just discovered, feeding down is not the way you're supposed to do it. Unfortunately, it's like so frustrating. Yeah, if you could send me that, that would be awesome. Yeah, I've basically given up on Haps. I'm keeping the account if someone wants me to like guest on their cast and stuff. That's fine. It's too much for me right now to deal with. Way too much to deal with. Well, Martin, you can come say hi. I've got my earpiece on though, so I don't know if anyone can hear you. But Mr. Chris Vegan is on. Kind of. He's doing both now.
What? The sparkles you had.
Well, it was popular opinion when that happened. Did you know we're doing this wrong, Martin? We're doing this whole Twitch thing wrong. We're doing this Twitch thing wrong. Well, the whole associate or whatever it is, right? Yeah. The part of the contract and agreement we didn't read because I just kind of brushed over it because I just wanted to get on air. Yeah, you have to be exclusive to Twitch.
Okay.
You can't stream down to other broadcast
Oh, so
mediums.
the other two mediums we're streaming on StreamYard. We shouldn't be doing.
No,
Okay.
which means like because I kept trying to figure out why Haps, why it wasn't working, why Haps wasn't being recognized by Twitch. Like you can stream to Twitch, but why we couldn't have like all the benefits of the Twitch because we were definitely broadcasting enough. But that's why. Apparently, any platform that streams down to multiple platforms Twitch does not count. You have to make it exclusive. So we have to switch to using OBS and only doing Twitch casts. If we want to do anything else, then we can't do a multi-stream. And Chris, that should be a note for you as well, honey. If you want to make any kind of monetization over here on Twitch, yeah, you can't do it if you do both at the same time. So I guess tomorrow, Martin, we will be starting our 7 days from scratch. So I'm hoping your obligations mean that you can build on air with me tomorrow. And I will be probably spending part of the day tomorrow learning standard OBS.
And I guess that means the research that I'm doing should hopefully have more OBS ready.
Yes.
Streaming music and picture and all that sort of stuff. We did a little bit of that on OBS back in Periscope days, back in the
That's right.
There's probably a lot of changes since then.
Well, you may want to also read the whole Twitch agreement for us.
Some light nighttime reading.
Yeah. Martin's been because I don't know how much you can hear him through the hands-free because the hands-free's on my head and it's kind of got noise canceling and Martin sometimes it's noise. He's noise, but he was doing all the research as to StreamYard to Twitch. Oh yes, and some people that were on here earlier were saying that yeah, they did things like StreamYard and stuff, but they've gone back to the standard OBS because it's just easier and it has more features. And I mean, right now I can hear the music that I wanted to play for them, but it's not playing through to them because the option doesn't seem to be on the free StreamYard. It's on the paid StreamYard, but not the free. So, thank you for following. Well, no, duh. I've spent like the last week. Come on, Chris. I spent the last week looking for all the HAPS people, and the easiest way I did it, it doesn't seem to apply to everyone, but I did a search for the word HAPS in titles because I don't know if you noticed, because it's only the most recent ones I could find, but HAPS is now, when you trickle down to Twitch, HAPS is now adding subscribe to HAPS. Go to haps.co in your title, which is wrong. I mean, that's something they should get permission from you to do. Because basically, what's in your title is, is leave Twitch, come to HAPS. So Twitch is not going to give you the monetization and the benefits of a subscription, and that's what I want. I've been talking to so many of my friends and so many of my builders, and they all say the same thing. It cuts you off from getting anything from Twitch. And Twitch is such a big platform in comparison to apps. So I am not going to piss off Twitch. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to do this properly. I guess you got some reading material while you're on transit later? Okay. So I promised Martin that when he got here, I promised Martin earlier that I would get off and get some work done with him. Sorry, my head is down. I can't see comments.
Chris did ask if we made a affiliate link for that conversation.
On here on Twitch, no, because we've been doing it wrong.
Yes, it's pretty easy. The audio settings are tricky, but I'm kind of figuring out Yes, I think I'm going to disconnect my apps from Twitch. Since it's
Yeah, Chris, I made the same mistakes, and as long as we keep talking to each other, we all won't make the same mistakes. You know, let one of us making a mistake and sharing with all of us is the way it should be, and that's really what the HAPS platform should have been about. But we've got friends that have been trying to talk us over to Twitch now for years, and I kept saying, no, I'm just, it's coming down from my HAPS, and now I find out that none of that counts in the Twitch system. I'm, I'm, I'm not going to blame HAPS or Twitch or anyone else because they all are platforms that have to do whatever they think is right. But at the same time, it's just no. Yeah. Martin and I have been doing this kind of thing for too long to sit here and basically have our reputations and our fan followings used in a manner for another platform to get bigger. And that's the thing with Twitch too, is it's already big. It wants us here, but it doesn't need us here. And that's a good sign. That makes me much more comfortable. I like having my own level of growth. So I thought I'd use a brush to do this because I was kind of hoping for some kind of smudging to kind of get some metal effect. It's not working as well as I thought it would. I think the brush I chose is falling apart. It's one of the really old ones. The handle isn't even its original color anymore.
been used for mixing some things.
It's been used for mixing. It's been used for stirring. It's been handled. It's been cleaned. It's been. Oh, hey, I told you guys that if Martin showed up before the end of the broadcast, I would probably hand him the brushes that I was done using and tell him to go clean them because that's what he should be doing. This is your part of the paint job, is cleaning the brushes. Yay, Martin. Ladies, that's really how it works, okay? I'm grateful for all the people that HAPS connected me to. That's the great part, no matter what. This is very true. This is very, very true. I got on to Michael's broadcast the other day, and he's really against switching over. And he's like, so what would have to happen for you to come back to HAPS? And I said, honey, listen, like when I moved to BC and like when we moved back to Ontario and all the American friends I made, especially when I was down in California in '99, and you know, you make incredible people, and you have to do what's right. And he's like, oh, they'll get better. There's all these things that are coming over time, and I'm like, I'm going to lose a lot of people. And there's a nice combination of friends that I made on HAPS and the fans that I'm going to make on Twitch and TikTok. And the reality of it is pretty simple, People don't sit around and wait for the changes to be made, and my format has now been thrown off. So no. And Michael's like, but we're friends, and I'm like, yep, I know. I'll see you over on HAPS. I'll see you over on Twitch when you've had it with HAPS. Just like, I swear he was almost crying. I'm like, Michael, you're a good friend, but no. Yeah, we can't stop our moving forward. Some friends will follow and some won't. It's a time, a rhyme, or a reason, folks. Time, a rhyme, or a reason. I mean, I'm happy it was there when Periscope went down because I was not going to go Twitter live. I did read. I don't know if their agreements have changed now, but I did read them. Sorry? Sure. Actually, do you want to sit down and do one paint job for me? It's a really quick, easy one. So the best thing, you never know if things are going to sell, especially at the price they're worth. But the best thing about doing this kind of thing is when you're an artist and you love what you're doing, this is personal time as well as business time. Gotta love what you're doing. Chris, you definitely look like you love what you're doing. The audience isn't there anymore. which is great for what we do. Yeah. See, I tried Twitch, years ago. It was still pretty new, and it was just the app was very clumsy, and it was all gamers, and I mean all gamers. I stuck out as a sore thumb doing this. Now it's like, yeah. I mean, there are some broadcasts I don't understand because they're 3D printers, and that's all the broadcast is there's no music, there's no talk, there's no anything. It's just 3D printers going, and I'm like, for some reason, Martin is obsessed with yeah. Okay, are you done?
They still can't hear me, right? So
No, well, I don't know if they can hear that. So, this is red.
I see that. Thank you for letting me know.
I don't know if it's contrastingly bright enough, or if we should go yellow. Most of the Mandalorian, most of the Boba Fett was red. I saw the Mythosaur, yeah. I saw a couple that were kind of yellowish, but red was the dominant color. But which one of these will show up better on that is the question. Because I went really dark, even though the Christmas ornaments.
The Mythosaur itself.
Yeah, for the Mythosaur itself and the outer edge. So the dark gray should be only in the middle. Are you going to stay under the category just chatting, or are you going to use categories makers and crafting or art? I tried art for a while, but I talked to a friend of ours in BC who has plenty of experience because she's actually been a moderator on channels here. And according to the people that she's been helping moderate, for the first little while, you should be under just chatting, no matter what you're doing. Like if you can do 2 in a day and then do one under one category and one under the other. I mean, I want to go under maker. I tried that the first time and I got no one. But apparently a lot of new people just stay under just chatting for a bit until they they get a following, and then they switch over to the actual category that they want. So I'm taking their advice because they did this right. I did not.
That's probably just that neat as I can go, but that's the Tuscan red.
What do you think? You want to ask them what they think? Think about it. It's a Christmas ornament, right? Oh no, do that one. Here. So the unknown, that's the red. You can see I went with the dark gray instead of the bright. Even though it's a Christmas ornament, I figured the type of people who would pick these up would want the dark color. Yeah. Or do you think we should try the yellow? Keeping in mind it's a Christmas ornament. Like nice, she said. Good to know. Yeah, we'll share if you share, right? So which do you think, the red or the yellow? The red or the yellow? Give them a minute.
You can do polls on Twitch, right? Somebody was, I think,
yeah, you can do polls, you can do questions.
Once you're affiliate, right?
Yeah. What do you guys think, the red or the yellow?
Red stands out more.
Yeah?
Okay. It looks like it'll need a couple of coats, but we don't want a two-tone Mythosaur, so we're not going to do it in both.
No. All right, I gotta do his eyes and his mouth and his eyebrows. Oh, come on, Marker. I only got a little paint on you.
Okay. Trick in keeping on the top of the shape without it coming off the edge and onto the circle.
Well, yes, it is the trick.
Yes, you should use.
Do you want to see if there's a thicker paint?
This is actually pretty thick. It's not like it's running or anything.
Martin says the big problem he's having is just keeping everything on top. not having it run off.
Just a little more care. A little more depth perception.
I think this time, no, this teeny tiny brush, because the marker's having a hard time going on top of the paint. But yeah, Chris, the more we learn together, the better. The Haps family can stay together. Martin's now singing. Sometimes scares me. You missed, Martin. There was a gentleman on here from Germany. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he was asking if I can read German, and I'm like, no. But apparently I am the ideal wife.
Oh.
Yes, because he has a collection of action figures from the 80s. And I told him I was already collecting before you, and like we had to get rid of things, but I was already collecting. And when we put our collections together, there was a lot of doubles, and so apparently I am the ideal wife. So I know we're partners, but I thought that was adorable to hear him say that. It was just like, okay, I shouldn't have tried to do the nose with the paper.
And he was able to type in English?
Yep, he was typing in English.
So no need for Babelfish or Universal Translators?
No Babelfish, no Universal Translator. Okay, I think I'm going to go without the nose. What do you think?
Without that?
Oh, you see, that's what happened when I did the nose.
Yeah. No nose Grogu.
Oh, it's okay. Now I gotta try to cover up that mess of the nose.
Yeah, there wouldn't be nose.
You already knows. Oh no, which screen was it? I think it was this screen. You don't need this one, right? I've been noticing a lot of people from Germany on these apps now. From Germany on these apps. All right. So once we get these done, we will end the broadcast.
Just hear the music in your earbuds. Cool.
Right until you can just hear the music in my ear. Cool. Well, apparently on the regular OBS, there's something called Source.
I remember that. I know we didn't do a lot of music when we were doing that on Periscope with OBS, but I've never seen that source feature.
And we can use our cordless again because I figured out what I did wrong. Our wireless mics. I did figure out what I did wrong. I had help earlier in the broadcast from Mr. Joseph Burke and from Viking, who has an awesome setup.
It's too bad we can't source more than one webcam per device. Like we can't plug 3 webcams into the USB hub and have it recognize all 3 of them.
Yep.
Because we have extra webcams. Some of them maybe not as high quality as
It's okay. We have iPads. Well, one of them does okay. The other ones are like, I'm too old. I hate you. Hi, Katie. There she is.
Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you.
So, Katie. We're doing this again, are we? Jedi Senshi, KT, Jedi Senshi. Just stick with that.
Katie made one.
So we discovered something tonight. We're doing this wrong. We're supposed to be Twitch exclusive if we want that status thing.
Yeah, so we can't be broadcasting to YouTube and
Can you guys actually hear Merton? He's not
like
mic'd.
talk louder in her ear.
Oh, thank you. You're not supposed to talk loud in someone's ear. You're supposed to talk softly in someone's ear. And Katie, I still need that mailing address.
Don't make us dig through old file boxes and find it from the Renfest stuff.
We don't even know if she's still living there.
Well, that's true too.
Can't hear him. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to start from scratch tomorrow with just the OBS. We're going to stop StreamYard because we don't know if Twitch is registering StreamYard. So anyone who is on Facebook or on our YouTube, get over to Twitch. We are Car Hunger there as well. CarrHunger. You're here, but you're not mic'd. Sorry, honey, you came in at the end of the broadcast. I'm not setting up a mic for you. Damn it. Come on, mister. A wee bit. A wee bit. A wee bit. We're learning. We're learning how to do it wrong.
Sometimes that's the best way to learn how to do it right. As long as nobody dies or loses an eye.
As long as somebody dies or loses an eye, great.
That's the one that's the glitter. I'm like, there's a really strong lacquer smell all of a sudden.
You mean the nail polish? Yes, the nail polish is the glitter. I wanted the glitter to be subtle. I didn't want it to overpower it.
Mm-hmm.
And nail polish seemed the appropriate thing, the appropriate way to do it. Haha. There we go. Sparkly Grogu ornaments.
No sparkling with this.
No, I wouldn't sparkle that.
Mythosaurs are not sparkly.
Mythosaurs are not sparkly, no. Ooh, he's doing the edge. Edge right to the edge. Cool. So we figured out a way to do these crystals in a really cool way.
Ooh, I see that. Cellophane on the inside?
Cellophane on the inside. And we tried shoving it in, but it was just too dark in some areas. So we basically tore it up. So you get little striations and
Fracture lines on the inside. That's awesome.
right, and then we got yellow. And then we got green.
Oh my god. I love that.
So I'm thinking if we make a bunch of, we have to figure out what the holder itself is going to look like. So I say we make a bunch of different colors with the holders,
Right.
right? And put the button right up top instead of down on the handle, right?
Oh yeah.
Put the button right up top for the light.
So they can purchase that as a separate item.
Yeah, and they
it's
can
just
decide
two
what
wires for a battery.
and they can decide what color they want. And if they don't, right? If they just want to buy it, that means we can whip up a whole bunch of these because we've only got 4 staffs, right?
Yeah.
So we can whip up a bunch of these, and because we've got a lot of LEDs, and yeah, make them as a separate entity. Well, I'm thinking if it screws off and just leave the battery up top, right? Or the push, the spring and push in the
down,
yeah, instead of putting the battery all the way down at the bottom, we make it as part of the topper. Okay, I think Martin just got excited. Am I the perfect type of woman to be married to? Okay. Be partners with yes. Uh, Damn, this is the second night that I decided to have iced eggnog latte at 7 p.m. Oh, girl! See, I was thinking of edging these, but I kind of like them the way they are.
Yeah, edging would be, I think, a little too tricky.
Same with these. I really like them the way they are. So we got our rebel. Rebel with a cause. Our imperial. We should make sure we bring like little bags and tissue paper and stuff like that. So I'm also thinking while you're at the other place, right? You can bring some of these things with you. Just paint and a brush and tomorrow night you can get some more stuff done after you leave here. I mean, bring the iPad Pro with you and sit there and watch Disney Plus, watch all the things that I've already watched,
Okay, yeah.
and do some painting just before bed.
So those should get a second coat, right?
Well, let's see what they think. Yes, we are not that kind of broadcast. This is true. Oh, I didn't clean these out ahead of time. That'll be easy to do after the fact. So what do you guys think? Do you think it needs a second coat, or do you guys think it looks good the way it is? I really like the way these printed out. I mean, I had to do some modifications, but it was like a guess in the dark. Resizing, and this is a lot shallower. The original version of the file was much thicker and much more domed. But then that's a lot of material. If I was making it for myself for a gift, but we don't want to be selling these for super, super expensive. Second coat?
Because you can see some streaks in it.
Okay.
So we're gonna let those dry a little bit.
And we can always use a teeny tiny brush and get the edge, or maybe leave it.
I think leave it just the top, like a stamp.
Cool. So, those are dirty brushes. That's a dirty brush. Are these dirty or are these clean? These clean. All right.
I go clean brush.
No, you stay for a moment.
I stay for a moment.
You stay for a moment. You stay for a moment. Because it's because I closed that window. For some reason, it's cutting off the mic.
Oh, of course.
Even though I haven't muted it, apparently once I close it or remove it or whatever it is, I have to. I've been trying to figure that out. So I'm going to leave everything the way it is. I'm not going to touch StreamYard. I'm just going to see how OBS compares tomorrow.
Okay.
And we are only going to Twitch. So those of you on YouTube, get your butts over to Twitch. Those of you on Facebook, get your butt over to Twitch.
Yeah.
Get your butt over to Twitch. So tomorrow will be hopefully better and different and closer to what Twitch needs from us. I guess you can hear me now. We're fine, I guess. We're fine, I guess. Please. Please, I hope. Okay, D just sent.
Indicating what she said.
There's still no audio?
Good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a little hurt stuff for a moment.
You need your heart?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been considering trying to figure out how to live without it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway. Respect yourself more than anyone else can. Everything will be just fine. Sunday we will be at the Pretty Heroes Christmas market at the Japanese Cultural Center. in Toronto, and selling off the samples because we've already taken pictures and put them up on the page. And we already, as we say on the page, we already will make the product for you. So selling off the samples is not a bad thing right now, and will gain more space for us to think about new product and build more things. Some things are coming with us that have not gone up to the store yet, but we will be taking pictures to put them on the store so that after the weekend's over with, after the Sunday's over with, those products will go up. The store products will be basically temporarily anything that's one of a kind, so things like the fairy crowns and stuff like that, those will be temporarily taken down just in case they sell on Sunday. We will also have a custom order book with us as well that can be used in a Square Reader.
Yes.
We have to test that. We have to test that before Sunday because we haven't used it in a while. But we have a Square Reader, so we can do credit cards and debit.
Credit and debit is now available. Yeah.
Okay. So we can do both credit and debit, and I will do my best to have a cash float. Please, people, don't rely on that. I don't want to pay the fees either on the card thing, but again, it's really hard to figure out change nowadays, considering most people work with cards. So do that. We can also accept PayPal. The PayPal is connected to our Twitch as well. So there you go. Blank, 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 blank. So listen, I'm actually kind of zoned out. I think I need some popcorn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
You like that?
Yeah.
You want
probably a little high from the lacquer fumes too. So
lacquer fumes, the spray paint fumes, the caulking stuff, the what's it called? What's it compound again? Latex, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and the other one's the your polyurethane or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. The smell was interesting. I'm not using that particular brand ever again. No, I'm gonna.
The one we were using before.
Yeah, it'll hopefully go on top of the one that Katie and I did today. So respect yourself more than anyone else can. Everything will be fine. Self-respect, self-love, always important. And hey, Martin.
Yes.
Say goodbye, Martin.
Goodbye, Martin.
We are still not that kind of broadcast. Okay. Did everyone hear him say goodbye, Martin? Sexy Martin. So let's see if this video worked. I'm hoping that this worked.
Let's see.
Okay. Later, guys. Make sure you follow. And hopefully we'll get to a level where you can also subscribe. Yeah. Sorry about.
Cool.
Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Later, guys. One.
Keep it time.
We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hard and floors. Right? Go on, camera. Okay.
I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite.
How much styrofoam?
No. Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. It's like, what's this city doing?
Martin, I need the key. Get your butt over here. I need the key. You want me to drive?
Yeah, sure.
I'll drive.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. You're gonna pack, right?
Sure.
Good.
Hmm.